Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Just wanted to do a quick video. This was sent to me by AutoPhix, the company who makes the OBD2 sensors, AutoPhix 7360. I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this for today. Basically, this was sent to do a review, unbox, and then also how it works on the car. The key to this is the AutoPhix 7360 is designed for Toyota and Lexus. So you can use it for Toyotas, you can use it for SUVs, cars, trucks, Scion, XC, XB, TC series, and then also for all the Lexus models as well. The basic functionality you can do, I'll show up the camera a little later, but basically you can do OBD functions, reset, check engine light, check if there's any misfires and stuff, and then you can also do basic code reading, the data readings of the car, the throttle response, and then you can also do advanced functions, which is like checking the steering angles, checking the battery voltage meters, and then also checking the throttle response and adjusting that, and then also registering the batteries. Maybe some of the new Lexuses require battery registration. I know for a fact that most Toyotas, maybe up until 2020, don't require battery registration. It's more of a German thing, but that can also change. So that's why that feature exists in here. Also, if you need to put your car in the brake service mode, you can do that in here. Without further ado, what I'll do is I'll unbox it in the car so you can actually see this a little better. It comes in very simple packaging. It has a little diagnostic tool with a cord which probably looks like about 5 to 6 feet cable, and then it goes in your OBD port. Simple as that. There's nothing else to it. There are different models starting at 7110, 703010, 7710, and then 7360. We are going to be reviewing the 7360. Also, what I'll do is I'll link it down below, so you can see on Amazon how much this costs, and you can use the code Chazy Motorsport to get a discount as well. Thank you guys. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we go. Let's open this up. Very simple plastic packing. All this is this. There's no other booklet. There's some instruction manuals in here. The user manual. You can look at it, but we're gonna skip it. Put this away. So it comes with a micro USB or mini USB. This is very old school. I imagine this would be a little newer, but this is probably to update the software to hook it up to your computer, because one side is a USB. Yeah, it's about 4 feet wire. So it seems like the actual module itself is hard plastic, but they put a bumper case around it, which makes it so if you drop it, it won't break, as you can see. And then all these buttons are rubber as well, so at least that's nice because they're softer, they're not hard. This is just plastic, and screen's plastic as well, so nothing there. So let me plug it in and then we'll read the car code. So once you connect it, what you get is, this is the tool menu. You can go into setup, which I'm pretty sure you can do for the units and the language. But then there's OBD2, then there's for Toyota oil reset. This is electronic parking brake reset for the rears. I'm pretty sure the battery, BMS reset, and ETC reset. So let's go into OBD. For our test, I'm running the car. By the way, this is not touchscreen. I forgot to mention earlier, so you have to use the keypad. So click OK. It's reading through the codes. So obviously, MIL status is turned off. DTC and the CC reading, yes. Reading, readiness. Ignition, spark, everything is there. Read codes. Let's read codes. ECU, let's read that first. No fault codes, which we knew. Skip, go back. And then let's read this one. No fault codes, which expected. The reason we're getting no fault codes because on the screen there are, or on the dash, there are no check engine lights, or it's not a rainbow lights at the moment. If there were, we can go into erase code and erase it once we find out what it is. You can also check data stream. So let's check ECU, all items. And depending on what the car has, it will tell you, like, for example, this is telling me coolant temperature. Fuel system 2 status is obviously not available. And then I can go down and check like engine RPM. It's telling me it's about 650-ish, and that's pretty much what's about right. Ignition timing, intake air temperature is in 39 Celsius. So if you do that times 2 is 7, it's about 110-ish Fahrenheit. Throttle position, it's telling me time since engine has started, about 160-70 seconds by now, distance traveled, and so forth. So these are all the settings. There are obviously 42 total, and I'm on 26 to 30 menu items right now. And you can check each one of them in here. So I'm going to hit escape. Engine oil temperature 74 Celsius. Car was driven before, so obviously it's warm. If I want to test the evap system, I can test that as well. Obviously it failed because the car is running. The evap second one does not support it. Okay. So, and then if I want to check the vehicle information, I can check the vehicle information because it's going to give me the VIN, the calibration, and all that. So that are the basic functions of the OBD. We can also go into Toyota, and then yeah. So there's Toyota and Scion, Lexus, and diagnostic history as well. So let's go into Toyota. Let's do North America, and then I'm sure it's gonna go read through. Okay, so this was telling me where the product is and stuff. Kentucky. With smart key, without smart key. I think this is without smart key. Radar cruise type is radar cruise. Okay, which makes sense. This has it. So it's going to give me a bunch of information. The engine type, the year, yes. So it's scanning the system for Toyota now. So this is okay. So once we get into the special functions or features, it took some time, but basically you have a throttle, oil reset, powertrain, electronic power parking brakes for the rear, steering, body, tire pressure monitor, and so forth. Here you can go and view the tire pressure monitor, or you can write it and reset it as well if you wanted to. So here you can do the registration, or you can write, which is nice because if your car has the tire pressure and you replace it, get a new one, you can do yourself. You don't have to pay the dealer, which they charge $40, $50, or some tire places when you change tire, they try to say we're going to reset it. You don't need to, but if you wanted to, you can register it just like this. Steering, same response. You know, you can check the torque sensor adjustment and check it from there. Electronic parking brake, you can check the operation guide in here. And then also if you want to put it in electronic parking brake in a service mode, which some cars, the rear brakes are attached to your rear brakes. So you can set it up to where the electronic parking brake rewinds all the way, which will allow you to push the piston back and then also put the new pads in. Otherwise you won't be able to do it because nowadays they don't have they have disc brakes, they don't have the drum brakes. Powertrain, you can check the powertrain settings in here. Obviously you can reset it what the powertrain is set to and check the ATF thermal degradation and so forth. Oil reset, if you want to change your oil and want to set it reset, you can reset it in here. Same thing with throttle. If you go in throttle, you can check the reset the ETC learning value as well. So anytime you're pressing the throttle and driving, it will just reset it to the standard factory setting. So if I come out of here, obviously you can go and scan the full system. I'm not doing it because I know there's no codes on here. And you guys have seen this on other OBD sensors as well. So let's go back out. I can't do Lexus because it's not a Lexus. You can also do an oil reset in here. But there's no point of doing it in here. So we're going to go back out. If you wanted to do the electronic parking brake, you don't have to go to Toyota or Lexus. You can do it from the main screen and it will take you to the same menu. And then you can pick Toyota or that. Battery test I want to do because we have it right now. So let's go in here, click OK. Please turn off ignition. Current voltage is okay. Please start engine. So it tells you what to do in here, and then oh nice, it gives you a graph as well. So it's telling me the current voltage is 13.7475 ish. And it tells me when it was off and when it dropped, obviously because that's when the car is starting. And then the max is 13.7374 and so forth. So at least you can test your battery with this and check if how the battery is acting up. Then you have the BMS reset. Again, this will be for Toyota, Scion, and so forth. And then ETC2, and then you can go into the settings. And then you can do, like I said earlier, here you want language, you can set language, beeper. I'm going to turn the beep off so this beep goes away. And now when I click this, you see there's no beeping. Instructions, if you want to do the instructions at startup, you can do it unit of measure depending on where you live, whether it's US, outside of US, Europe, Asia. You can check if you want metric or imperial. Skin style, if you want to change any of the skin colors and layouts, you can do it in here. Sky grays, I think I've set up right now, or gem blue, you can change it if you want to. And then device information, basically. So this was a quick tutorial on what AutoPhix 7360 is. This was sent to me by the vendor to do a review. For Toyotas, it's very basic, has a lot of powerful features in it to check the engine codes and also do a lot of other stuff like oil reset, throttle body sensors, steering sensors, battery check, brakes, and many other. Build quality looks good to me. Also, it's not super massive. It's small. You can hold it in your hand. You can store it in the car if you need to at home and keep it. It doesn't take up much space. The one thing I do like for sure is how they have this bumper case on it, because a lot of things these days are not protected, and as soon as you drop it, and I'm sure this will, if I drop this on concrete or on the road, it will scratch and then you'll see it. So at least it won't get scuffed and you won't break it. Other than that, I think it does the job perfectly fine. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And again, like I mentioned, I will leave this where to buy it and the coupon code of Shazy Motorsport, my channel name, in the comment section as well. So if you want to order, you can go to Amazon and order it as well. Thank you guys.